We're here at the 10th meeting of states parties of the Convention on Cluster Munitions with new Cluster Munition Coalition member, Syria Civil Defense, also known as White Helmets. I'm here with Mike Edwards from the White Helmets. Mike, can you just share a bit about your interest in being here at the 10th meeting of states parties, and then we'll talk a little bit about your work?
Sure. So obviously, as the White Helmets have been involved in clearance and survey of cluster munitions for the past several years, we have a keen interest to see adherence to the Convention on Cluster Munitions, to make sure that these weapons are no longer used, no longer stockpiled, and put an end to the destruction that they cause.
And what is the impact that you see on the ground on a daily basis of use of cluster munitions in Syria?
So the White Helmets have been clearing cluster munitions in both northwest Syria and southern Syria since 2016. And over those years, we've seen the damage, the injury and the death that has been caused by these munitions across these areas. So we first noticed it when our rescue teams were responding to aerial bombardment of civilian areas. And as our teams went in to rescue the survivors, we came across submunitions as well as other unexploded ordnance, and quickly realised that our teams needed both the training and the equipment to be able to safely deal with these items. So very quickly we put a project in place to provide both training and equipment to our teams, and since then they've been carrying out both survey and clearance of submunitions and other explosive remnants of war for the past several years. So during this time they've destroyed thousands of items, they've surveyed numerous confirmed hazardous areas, and they provided risk education to thousands of beneficiary men, women, boys and girls on the dangers of submunitions and other unexploded ordnance.
If you could send one message to the delegates here at the meeting of states parties, and for that matter to states worldwide, about cluster munitions and cluster munition use, what would that message be?
It would be that cluster munitions are indiscriminate weapons that should not be used. The amount of submunitions that fail to detonate and therefore remain a threat and a hazard to the civilian population in the areas that they're located has a devastating effect on the areas, the people, their stability, and their ability to overcome the conflicts that they're caught up in. So whatever we can do to further stigmatise the use of these weapons, prevent countries from stockpiling and using these weapons, and to maximise the support to organisations that are involved in the survey and ultimately the disposal of these deadly items.